Hen is one of the best fraggers in the game. Let's break down his playstyle to understand what makes a good fragger and how to help you guys become better fraggers. First, we need to understand that Hen and Queasy are a high ground team. His fragger profile is going to be built around this. In other videos in this series, I'll talk through some different styles for mid ground and low ground, but this is primarily focused on a high ground style of play. Now let's talk about the general ideas and strategies that make Hen successful. First of all, he has a very good awareness of where players are and where to look for getting elims. Specifically talking about looking at the backside of Storm, finding players coming out of Storm or lagging along behind. He knows that these players are in a worse position, have no materials, less HP, and this is where you're going to consistently get more elims. This clip is a great example showing that Hen is just punishing all the players on the backside of Storm. He knows that the zone is going to push the players forward and he just simply waits for them to appear and find vulnerable positions. This is easy tags and it leads to elims quite often. Secondly, he works really well with his teammate Queasy. So whether it be putting on pressure from multiple different angles, just spraying straight down from up above, both of these guys have a great idea of working together in order to get elims. Now let's dive into the specifics, and this is what turns Hen from a good fragger into a great fragger. The first one is going to be taking control of pieces and forcing players into easy fraggable positions. We see him do it here in this one example, cutting off a team, forcing them forward, getting the elim, and then separating the opponents. This is not the only time he's done this. Very often he's going to take double edits on a player down below, either from the backside or the front, get an easy elim, and then be able to get the refresh. The ability to get refreshes along with elims is one of the pieces that makes him so successful and one of the great fraggers in Fortnite. I want to break down this play specifically because it is one of the pieces where we understand the strength of Hen. We see that he's going to force a player on the backside that has to keep moving forward. He knows that it's going to be hard for this player to protect his front side, his top with Queasy spraying down, and if he just takes the backside and continues to put pressure on him, he's going to get this easy elim and refresh. This is constant and a regular occurrence within Hen's gameplay, and if you guys understand how this works, you get on the backside of a player or cut off their double edits from the front, force them into this position, and then just eliminate them with some clean shots. Work with your teammate from up above to continue pressure on them, and you should be able to pretty consistently get these refreshes. I've showed you the elims and how Hen does it, but the ability to secure the refreshes and get those materials back up to Queasy to allow them to continue to play height is another piece that makes them so successful. Instead of just jumping in boxes and trying to make ridiculous plays, we see how he gets the eliminations on layers just below them. This allows him to then know that players aren't going to come from above, and he can grab the refresh, return it back to his teammate. Now this piece may seem like a new concept to you, but it's ammo control. Hen is rarely, if ever, using the full clip. He's always reloading with a couple of shots left in his weapon. That's because it allows him, one, to protect the high ground if someone tries to make a play and is not stuck with 0 bullets in his clip. Additionally, he can always use those last few bullets if he finds an awesome opportunity to get a refresh. Having those extra few bullets in your clip and not reloading when you're at absolute 0 ammo is so important while trying to frag and constantly get elims. It gives you that flexibility to make sure you know every weapon in your inventory has something in it at all times. We've talked a lot about specifics that make Hen so good. Now, just his general awareness is one of the things that has separated him. His understanding of how a Fortnite endgame is played is what makes him elite. He is able to constantly know how players move, how players are going to react, what the endgame overall is going to look like, and then not only what it's going to look like, but force it and create an endgame that is going to work for him. Between him and Queasy, they control an endgame and just totally take over, allowing Hen to be so successful because they're controlling how the lobby is played. Now, because of their awareness, because of how good and smart both of these players are, this takes them to the next level. Along with the pieces we talked about earlier, this awareness is what stands out for Hen. I would like to attribute this to both Hen and Queasy being excellent solo players. They know how to control a lobby by themselves, so you put the two together, now Hen can go and do whatever he wants and force everyone to play into his hand. It is a huge advantage to understand how the game works, and unfortunately I cannot give you a cheat code for how this works. This is hours upon hours upon hours of hard work, effort, and understanding the game. He plays every tournament, he VOD reviews, he understands the game at a high level, and that is what it takes to be one of, if not the best fragger in the world. Nonetheless, regardless of where you put him as the best fragger, he is elite and in the top tier of fraggers. That is why we focused on Hen in this video. I hope you guys were able to enjoy the video. This is just the first of a series. We will be covering different layers, different fraggers, helping you guys become the best fragger in the world. Coming up next, we're going to talk about Miro and focus more on a mid-level, mid-ground fragger, because that is what Miro succeeds at. He is also one of the best fraggers in the game. Nonetheless, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to comment down below. Tell me who else I should be making a video on, and tell me whether or not this worked for you, if this was good. Was it helpful? I want to thank you guys so much for watching. My name is somebodysgun. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Peace.